Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Florence Amoriwu. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I'll be showing us how to achieve this braided wig without closure. Yes, I say guys, this braided wig without closure. No closure, guys. I would like to appreciate all my subscribers, both old and new. I appreciate you guys for your support. I say a very big thank you all. You guys are the best. Without much of ado, let's get straight to the video. So the first thing I did was to put on the wig cap onto the mannequin head. I got this wig cap at Amazon. So I went in with my tipping to secure the wig cap firmly to the mannequin head. So the next thing I did was to trace out the way I want my braids to go. I don't want to have a straight line right there. I'm just giving it a kind of shape, curve, you know. If you want it straight, you can just draw a straight line on both sides. But I don't want mine to be straight. I want to give it a kind of shape, you know, give it a kind of fancy, you know. So I'll be doing that same thing on the other side. Trace it all the way to the back. Like I said before, if you want a straight line, you can just draw a straight line all the way to the back. It's the same thing, but I'm just giving it a curve here and there. So I've traced the same thing on this other side. So that's the middle part, the big braid that will be in the middle. So I noticed that the middle part, if I should braid it that way, is going to be too big. So I'm going in to reduce it ½ inch. So I don't want it to be too big, the one in the middle. If it's too big, those ones on the side will be too small. So I wanted it to be relatively the same size. So that's why I'm going in to reduce it. I'm just basically reducing the size I have in the middle. That's why you see me having two lines. It's not necessary you have two lines. Once you notice you've made a mistake, you go in and correct it. So I noticed that the first line I drew is going to be too big. That's why I'm reducing it right now. So I'm done with the middle part of the middle portion of the one I was drawing. Now I want to mark out the side. I told you guys that I'm having 5 big braids on the mannequin head. So I'll be having 5 big braids, 1 in the middle, 2 on each side. So now I want to trace out the one on the side. That's what I'm doing right now. Yes, I have to trace it out. Since I'm not using a closure, I just have to make sure that my lines are correct, the same size, you know. So I'm done tracing out the sides. So the next thing I did was to get the center of the middle portion, the one on the top, the middle one. I want to get the center right there. So I'm starting from the nose of the mannequin head to be able to get the center. So that I've gotten the straight, I just drew a straight line straight to the back. Now it's time for me to start crocheting hair onto it. I use the expression color 4. I cut it into 3, stretch it out, brush, give it a good brush, and that is it right there. So the next thing I did was to go in and crochet hair, any kind of braiding hair. Actually, I used the cheaper braiding hair to crochet the hair. So I'm done crocheting the hair. I'll not start weaving. I'll start braiding the hair. I first took a little portion of braiding hair, the expression hair. I'll be doing feeding braids. So the purpose of the line in the middle is to ensure that the braids are all coming to the line. If you see the way I marked right now, I marked it very short. It's not going to be long. The line will be a kind of guide, so that when you draw your line is going to stop at that middle line. You will see what I mean in a minute. So guys, you see what I mean by you trace all the hair will be going to the straight line I drew in the middle. I'm trying to make it all meet at that middle point, at the middle line. So guys, I'm done with the middle portion of the hair. You can see all they are all going to meet. I braid it to the straight line. You can see braiding is straight. That straight line I drew will be a guide for where I'll be able to stop. So the next thing I did is to start to braid the hair. You take your time, take the head. I took like 2 and I braid. You don't need to rush. Do it little by little and you braid it. If you have watched the video up to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Support your girl by subscribing. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Give this video a very big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Let me know what you think about these braided wigs. Leave your comment in the comment section. Thank you as you do so. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. So I'm done braiding it. I want to start the other section of the other the two sides, one of the sections, I will start to braid on it. So on that section right there I'm pointing right now, I will have a center point. I will have a straight line. So I'm going to draw a straight line so as to braid exactly the way I braided in the middle. I will braid on the side too. So I will have a straight line so that all my braids will be going to this to meet at the line. So that the braids will be meeting at the line. Yeah. So I'm going into crochet here right now. Starting on the straight line, I braid first on that straight line, very short braid that will give me a kind of guide on the other braids that I will be doing. So guys, I finished braiding on that side. You see what I mean? The straight line is kind of guide. So I did some single braids at the back so as to let it, kind of for it to be full. So I did like 2 rows or 2 to 3 rows of single braids at the back. So I'm done with the braids. So I will do the same thing I did with the one on the center. So I'm gonna braid this right now, taking 2 on each side and braid. Take it little by little and you braid. So if I should braid it this way, it will be too small compared to the middle portion. That's why you see me going with a feeding braid. I want it to be a kind of not gonna be the same size, but almost a little bit big. But it's not going to be on the same side. But if I don't put in the feeding braid, it's going to be too small compared to the middle one. So that's why you see me going with the feeding, going with the braiding hair to give it that big size compared to the middle braid. If I braid it without adding hair to it, it's going to be way too small. The purpose of this is for the braids to be almost the same size, not really the same size, but almost the same size. That's why you see me going with the braiding hair to give it that size I'm looking for. Yes guys, the braids it took me like 3 days. Not that it's hard, but I will go to work, come back, take my time, relax and continue with the braids. So I'm now going in with a needle and thread. Why I'm going in with the needle and thread? Because I want, if I don't use the needle and thread, it will unravel, since I will be doing a single braid at the end. So I use the needle and thread to tie it at that point. Just watch what I'm doing, you will see, you understand what I'm saying. I'm using needle and thread at that point to hold the braids in place. So I'm done using the needle and thread to hold it in place. Now I'll be doing, you see the ends, I'll be doing single braids. I want it full at the back, so I'll be doing single braid. That's the essence of using the needle and thread to hold the braids, to hold the weave in place. So now I'm doing a single braid at the ends of the weave, just to give that kind of, to make it full at the back. That's why I'm going in with a single braid. I'm adding more hair for length. I want it to be long, that's why I'm adding more hair to it to give it that length. So I now went in with the baby hair. The next thing I did was to dip it in hot water. After I'm done with the baby hair, I now dip it in hot water. That's it right there, guys. You can see how beautiful it is. You have the middle braid, 2 braids on each side of the hair. You can see, guys, it's beautiful without closure. It's simple. It took me 3 days because I go to work, come back and continue with it, but this can take you for less than a day and a half. I'm telling you guys, it takes a day and a half to achieve this. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all.